Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a beautiful full body flow for our bodies. So let's find a beautiful place today, grab a yoga mat, and let's get started. So to start the yoga class today, we're going to find a comfortable seat. So whatever that is for you, you can sit cross-legged here or in a hero position when you're sitting on your legs. And we're just going to take a moment to check in with the body. So whatever comfortable seat feels best for you. Placing your hands on your legs. We're going to do a couple deep inhales and exhales here. So deep inhale. And exhale. Inhale again. And exhale. One more deep inhale. And exhale. Sitting here in your body in this present moment, I want you to imagine a little light above your head. And slowly as this light moves down your face, your shoulders, coming down your arms to your hands, passing your stomach, your hips, your legs, coming all the way down to your ankles, to your feet, and to your toes. Taking a moment here just to sit with your body. In whatever seated position you're in, slowly bring your hands to your knees, and we're going to move into some seated cat and cows. So hands on your knees, we're going to round the back, pushing it away into cow, dropping the chin to the chest. And as you inhale, shine that heart forward, shifting your gaze up towards the sky. Rounding the back, pushing it back into cow, exhaling. And inhale, bringing and shining that heart forward, shifting your gaze up towards the sky. One more time, let's exhale, round the back, bringing the chin to the chest. And inhale, shine that heart forward, shifting your gaze up towards the sky. Slowly just neutralize your body, coming back into a comfortable seated position. We're going to grab our fingers, interclasping our fingers, and just make some circles with the wrists here. Stretching out the wrist, warming up the wrist. Releasing the hands, placing them down on the sides of each of you. Let's bring our arms up towards the sky, shining them up nice and tall, stretching them as tall as they'll go. Slowly drop the left hand to the ground, to the side, creating a side stretch here. You can either stay with your arms straight, or if you want to go deeper into the stretch, you can bring that forearm down to the ground. Whatever feels best. Looking up at those right fingers. Slowly come all the way back up to center, both hands up towards the sky. Dropping the right hand to the ground, either keeping it straight, or if you want to go deeper into the stretch, you can bring that forearm down to the ground. Looking up at those left fingers. Feeling the stretch on the left side of the body. Slowly come back up to center, both hands back up towards the sky. And we're going to come forward, bring your hands out in front of you, placing them to where you feel a stretch, and you can walk them out a little bit further to fall deeper into the stretch with each breath that you take. Remembering to breathe with each posture we go into. You can slowly walk your hands back to meet me in a seated position. Placing your hands on your knees again. We're going to take our right ear and drop it over to our right shoulder. Roll it all the way forward to meet the left ear to the left shoulder. Rolling it forward to meet the right ear to the right shoulder. Rolling it forward, meeting the left ear to the left shoulder. Slowly come back to center, meeting me back in a normal seated position. We're going to go ahead and roll forward into a table pose. So coming from seated into table, we're going to go ahead and with our toes untucked with the tops of our feet onto the mat. In a strong table here, we're just slowly going to lift up our knees to stretch out the tops of the ankles. Finding some strength here. Let's slowly drop one knee at a time. So drop the right knee to the ground, keeping the left up. Coming back up, dropping the left knee. Coming back up, dropping the right knee. And coming back up and dropping the left knee. To then drop both knees to the ground. Let's go ahead, tuck our toes in the back and meet me in a downward dog. Slowly start to pedal the feet here. Walking the dog. Stretching out the backs of the legs. Continuing to pedal the feet. We're going to take our left leg, extend it up towards the sky. Try to bring your nose to your knee, so bringing it in, hugging it in towards your chest. Extending it back up towards the sky. And then stepping that leg all the way through to a low lunge, dropping that back knee. Keeping one hand on each side of the foot. Shift your gaze forward. And slowly bring your hands up into a low lunge. Let's open up to the side, right hand in the back, left hand in the front. And from here, you can reverse your warrior, placing your right hand onto that back calf. Slowly come all the way back up. Left hand in the front, right hand in the back. We're going to rotate to bring the right hand in the front and the left hand in the back. Try to look over at those left fingers. And from here, you can try to reverse the warrior to bring that left hand onto that back calf and the right hand up. Slowly come all the way back up, both hands up towards the sky. Bring your hands down to the ground on the inside of the left foot. Let's walk that foot off the mat to a lizard pose and shine that heart forward. Let's tuck that toe in the back, pushing back into a three-legged dog, left leg up. Slowly bring that left leg down to the ground. We're going to go through our vinyasa. So hovering over to high plank. Slowly coming all the way to the ground. Pushing upward facing dog. Slightly do some twists, looking over each shoulder here. Twisting and looking over each shoulder. Pushing back to meet me in a downward dog. Let's pedal the feet here again. Walking the dog. Let's extend the right leg up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Slowly bring that leg in, nose to your knee, hugging it in towards your chest. Extend that right leg back up towards the sky. Slowly stepping it all the way through to a low lunge, dropping that back knee, untucking the back toes. Hands on each side of the foot. Shine that heart and look forward. Slowly rise, bring both hands up towards the sky. You can bring the left hand in the back, right hand in the front. And let's reverse the warrior, bringing that left hand onto the back calf, right hand up in the sky. Slowly come back up with the right hand in front, left hand in back. We're going to rotate to bring the left hand in front, right hand in back, and try to reverse the warrior here. Slowly come up, both hands up towards the sky, and placing them on the inside of the foot, inside of the right foot, and walk that right foot all the way off the mat into a lizard pose to stretch out the hips here and shine that heart and look forward. Tuck that toe in the back, pushing back, meeting me in a three-legged dog, right leg up. And slowly bring that right leg to the ground. We're going to go through our vinyasa, so hovering over to high plank. Slowly coming all the way to the ground, pushing upward facing dog. Do some light twist here, looking over each shoulder. Pushing back, meeting me in a downward dog. We're going to take the right foot, step it over the left to cross. Take the left, step it over the right to cross as we're crossing our legs to walk our feet all the way to our hands to meet us in a standing forward fold. Continuing to cross the legs until you meet your hands as close to your hands as you can go and melt down into a standing forward fold. Slowly bring your hands all the way up to meet me in a chair pose. Finding a nice strong chair here. Ankles together. Finding strength, finding a focus point on the ground to help you find focus and to help you find your balance. holding it, and slowly melt all the way back down to a standing forward fold. Let's go ahead, we're gonna step that left leg back into a high lunge, keeping the knees off the ground and bring both hands up towards the sky, finding yourself in a high lunge here. And slowly we're gonna transition into a warrior three. So bringing those shoulders forward, slowly leaning forward, putting the weight in the right leg to slowly lift up that back leg and find yourself in a warrior three pose. Having a micro bend in that right leg. And slowly try to lower yourself all the way to the ground, bringing that left leg through to sit all the way with the left leg in front, right leg bent. We're seated here, my right leg is bent, my left leg is extended out in front of me. We're gonna drop this right leg open to create a four with the legs. And extend my arms up towards the sky. And fall all the way forward to that left leg. Now you can either stay here if you want to create a twist. I'm going to take my left fingers, place them on my left temple, and open up to the left. Breathing in each pose that we're in. Slowly bring both hands to the foot. Slowly come back up into a seated pose. Bring both legs into a butterfly position. Use your elbows. You can push open the hips here. And just lightly lean forward. Maybe try to bring your nose to your toes. From here, you can cross your legs into a cross-legged roll forward, meet me in a table pose, and push back into a downward dog. Slowly, let's cross our right over our left, left over the right, right over the left to walk all the way into a standing forward fold. Melt down into the forward fold here. And slowly rise to meet me in a chair pose once again. Finding your focus point on the ground to help you find balance, to help you find peace within the pose. Holding the pose, holding the chair. And melt all the way back to forward fold. Slowly, we're going to take the right leg and step it back into a high lunge. And rise with both hands up towards the sky. Finding a high lunge here. Whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly transition into a warrior three. So I'm bringing my shoulders forward, placing my weight in the left leg, leaning forward to slowly lift up that back right leg. Finding a strong warrior three, finding your alignment, having a micro bend in that left leg. Slowly, we're going to bend that left leg, keep bending it, bring that right leg forward to meet in a seated pose with the right leg forward and the left leg bent. We're going to drop, open up that left leg into a four, right leg straight, left leg has the four position in it. Both hands up towards the sky and lean forward into that right leg. If you want, you can either stay here. I'm going to take my right fingers, place them on my right temple, and open up to the right. Slowly just bring both hands to the foot. Come to meet me in a seated position. You can place both legs out in front of you, making them both straight. Bring your arms up towards the sky, finding an L shape here, and just hinge forward into a seated forward fold. Maybe having a bend in your knees if you need. Whatever feels good for your body. Slowly come up to lay all the way flat down onto the mat, bending your knees, having your knees bent. Slowly raise your hips up towards the sky and take your arms and extend them up above your head. Having a nice little bridge here. Holding this pose. Slowly lower the hips, extending your legs out flat. Arms still above your head here. Let's slowly bring the left leg up. We're going to hug it into our chest, hugging in that left leg and crossing it over to the right, looking over at the left fingers. Slowly come back to center. Lying flat, neutralizing the spine for a moment. And slowly hug in that right leg, hugging it in with both hands. You're bringing it all the way over to the left and looking over to the right at your right fingers. You can slowly start to come back to center, lying flat onto the ground. Relaxing your body here. As we're coming to the end of the practice. can slowly bring your hands up above your head, stretching out like you're on a stretching board. Let out a big sigh. Roll over to your right side. Push up to meet me in a seated pose. Finding yourself in a comfortable seat. Let's go ahead. We're going to place one hand on our heart and the other hand on our stomach. Thanking yourself for showing up today, for blessing your body, for taking the time for yourself. The divine light in me sends and honors divine light to you. Bowing down to your body. Namaste.